Fluent Design. Microsoft introduced it in 2017 and has refined it over the years to enhance the look and feel of Windows applications. Now it truly feels like a natural part of Windows 11 experience. You know, like the native operating system. In today's video, I'm sharing 16 apps that follow the Fluent Design system and are not only beautiful, but also really useful. So watch this video till the end and enjoy. Number 1 is Media Flyout. Let's talk about the absolute chaos that is media control in Windows 11. 1 minute you're jamming on YouTube tutorial, the next you open Spotify and boom, both start playing at once like some kind of cursed DJ mix. Media Flyout fixes all of that. It gives you a modern, sleek overlay right in the flyout section where you can pause, skip, shuffle, loop, and even jump straight into the app that's playing. It works with Spotify, the native media player, YouTube in your browser, and basically anything else that outputs sound. And here's the best part. It automatically pauses your last session where you start something new. Finally, no more double audio battles. Oh, and the interface is super clean, totally fits the Windows 11 aesthetic. In the settings, you can of course toggle options to run on startup and pin to the taskbar. You can also change the placement of the flyout from the default position to top or bottom. Additionally, you can adjust the icon style. Monochrome gives it a more native feel. The first feature I mentioned, which is disabled by default, will pause all media when another starts playing. And the second feature pauses all other media in the list when you click play on a specific item. Toggle these options based on your needs and enjoy this useful flyout. It's one of those little upgrades that quietly makes your whole experience feel much smoother. Number 2 is Wino Mail. Now, if you ever use the Windows Mail app, you know the feeling. It's fine until it's not. First thing it shows you, like always, ads. Other features it gives you slow syncs, clunky interface, and of course weird bugs. Thanks for nothing, Microsoft. But that's where Wino Mail comes in. And honestly, it feels like what the built-in mail app should have been from the start. Compare them, which feels better on native. So if you're using Gmail, you might notice that there's no profile picture loading in Windows Mail. But look at Wino Mail. Wino Mail is a native, fully responsive email client built specifically for Windows. It's blazingly fast, super lightweight, and genuinely fun to use. As you can see, it supports pretty much everything you could ask for. And it even lets you customize each account separately. And yes, it works in the background, so you still get notifications even if you close the app. No more needing to babysit your email window. Another nice bonus is that you can even set the reader and the app to different modes if you want. Oh, and did I mention the UI? It's battery smooth and highly customizable without eating up all your RAM. As you can see, both are open on the same page. But which one is eating up my memory? The only downside is that in free version it supports up to 3 accounts. If you need more, you'll have to grab the unlimited accounts add-on. But honestly, considering how polished this app already feels, it's worth supporting the developer anyway. So if you want an email experience that's fast, clean, and doesn't make you want to scream into a pillow, Wino Mail is definitely worth a try. Number 3 is Fluent Weather, the Windows weather app. The best way to plan your day. Yeah, I don't think so. Unless your day involves lag, bugs, and ad for car insurance. Maybe that's the plan of the day. Enter Fluent Weather, a clean, beautiful ad-free weather app that actually feels like it belongs in Windows 11. It's got a modern design with that Fluent UI goodness. Think acrylic cards, smooth transitions, and backgrounds that change depending on the weather. You get daily and hourly forecasts, all super readable. There are weather insights, customizable units, 24-hour time format, or effects that you can toggle off. And the best part is that it's open source. No ads, no paywalls. Just a great little weather app that respects your time and your aesthetic. Number 4 is RectifyPad. Now, if you're into writing a little more than just simple text in Notepad, you might consider using another app as text editor. That's where RectifyPad comes in. It's a free open source alternative to Microsoft Word, and it actually looks like it belongs on Windows 11. Think of it like WordPad, but with a full modern Windows 11 style design and no clutter app which takes this much of your RAM. It's inspired by the new Paint app's fresh UI. You still get all the basics you'd expect. Standard text operations, bold, italic, underline, and etc. The ability to insert images, objects, and other media. And finally, a super clean, minimalist interface that's easy on the eyes, but more features like changing font and size, making bold, italic, or underlines, and changing colors. Install it and you're ready to go. No weird bloatware, sign-ins, just a lightweight polished app that makes simple document editing actually enjoyable again. Number 5 is UniGetUI. So you might have seen this in my useful apps video, but it's great and really should be mentioned here again. Windows has like 5 different package managers and none of them have a proper user interface, or they sometimes don't work properly or get stuck while downloading. And then there's the Microsoft Store where apps get updated at least a week after the official release. That's where UniGetUI comes in, aka your package manager. This app slaps a clean, intuitive graphical user interface on top package managers, so you can install, update, and uninstall softwares with just a click. You can search for apps, check full metadata, filter results, and even bulk install stuff to set up a new PC in one shot. And if you want your softwares to get automatically updated, it does that. Prefer manual control, it will just notify you instead. You can also back up your full setup, then restore it on a new machine in seconds. And yes, share your app list with friends. Hey bro, install this, it's fire. It's fully open source and completely free. Just a brilliant tool made by someone who clearly got tired of typing winget install Chrome. Number 6 is Rectify 11. Okay, so let's be real. Windows 11 looks good at first glance, but once you dive a little deeper, nothing. That's where Rectify 11 steps in. And honestly, it's giving the Windows 11 the final polish it desperately needed. Rectify 11 is the ultimate customization tool that fixes the UI inconsistency mess, tagging a full system-wide dark theme, modernized control panels, better context menus, smooth animations, and even transparency effect with Mica for everyone. So everything feels fresh and actually finished. The latest version weighs in at just about 165 megabytes. And trust me, those extra megabytes are well worth it when you see your Windows UI go from half-baked to chef's kiss. Number 7 is Screenbox Media Player. Screenbox is a sleek, minimal, and actually built for modern PCs. It's a breath of fresh air compared to the usual clunky media players. First, it's kinda like gallery, so you have access to all videos and audios you want here. And you have access to your media whether it's on your PC or a network drive. Just add the folder by clicking here and boom, all videos are loaded here. Second, the gesture-friendly UI is battery smooth and looks stunning, especially with its light and dark themes and clean transitions. And unlike certain players that still ask you to install random codec packs, Screenbox just works, thanks to libVLC. It will play almost any video or audio file you throw at it. You can see what's in queue by clicking here on this menu. You've got a clean picture-in-picture mode for multitasking, Chromecast support for sending stuff to your TV in one click, and even subtitle persistent. So it remembers your preferred language without you having to dig through menus every time. Plus, it's open source. No ads, no telemetry, no weird premium tiers. Just a clean modern media player that does its job and gets out of your way. Number 8 is Sucrose Wallpaper Engine. If you're into customizing wallpaper, Sucrose is the absolute must-have. Sucrose completely changes the vibe of your desktop. You want new wallpapers? Just open Store and select your favorite one between all these lovely wallpapers. So I'm gonna use this Dreamline. Download, and boom, enabled with no bugs or size issues, which is common in Lively now due to not getting updates. You can also go full mad scientist and make your own wallpapers from scratch. And yes, it's smart. It won't eat up your battery or CPU. It pauses when you go full screen or run a game, or any actions you can set it to close and pause when they get started. And it's optimized for laptops. The only problem with Sucrose right now is multi-display support, but they're working on it. Now under display preferences, you can set the wallpaper on one screen or scratch it across all of the screen. But you can yet assign a unique image to each monitor or apply the same pic to every screen individually. That limitation's coming in a future update, and I can't wait to see it live. You can set it to auto switch wallpapers every few minutes, randomly or on a sequential that you set. And I have to mention that it's completely free and open source. Link in the description. Number 9 is LauncherX. Alright, hands up if your Windows desktop has turned into a messy jungle of shortcuts, folder and random stuff you swear you're going to organize them later. Yeah, same here. It's not exactly built for speed when you just want to get things done. That's where LauncherX comes to the rescue. LauncherX is a sleek modern app launcher for Windows that lets you access all your must-use files, folders and websites from one single clean interface. No more digging around or spamming your start menu like a maniac. You can group your items into categories, drag and drop new stuff straight into the launcher, and even rearrange everything to your liking. And if you need to find something fast, the built-in search bar lets you pull up anything you've added in seconds. LauncherX adapts to your wallpaper and accent color, so it feels native to your setups. It supports both light theme and dark theme of your desktop. And finally, with its Fluent Design elements, it fits right in with Windows 11's overall vibe. No Yankee looking UI here. It even runs well on older systems like Windows 7 and 8.1, though it's best for Windows 10 and 11. If you want a fast, organized and seriously beautiful way to launch everything you use daily, LauncherX is 100% worth adding to your desktop. Number 10 is Fluent Screen Recorder. So Windows technically has a built-in screen recorder, but if you ever watch something that's simple, modern and actually lightweight to use, then Fluent Screen Recorder is exactly what you need. It's a free open source and award-winning app built with Fluent Design that makes recording your screen way easier. Here's why it's awesome. You can record using your display or by only selecting the app you want to be recorded. So click and record. When the recording is over, you can preview and save it in another location if you want. In settings, you can change resolution, frame rate, and also bitrate. Get exactly the quality you want. You can record your microphone, internal audio, or both. So yes, you can actually capture your voice and your game sounds without third-party acts. If you want those clean recordings, there's an option to hide your mouse cursor. So disable it and you're ready to go. And also, there's an overlay mode which keeps the recorder floating on top of everything else. So it's easy to use. And I should mention that this modern UI is inspired by Windows snipping tool. So it's both beautiful and useful. Number 11 is Fluent Search. Okay, let's be real for a second. Windows Search? Yeah, it exists, but it's painfully slow, weirdly clunky, and somehow always shows you everything except what you're looking for. That's where Fluent Search steps in. With Fluent Search, you get instant, blazing fast results as you type, thanks to its super optimized search engine. But it doesn't just stop at finding files and apps. It hunts down browser tabs, your search history, open windows, literally everything sitting on your PC, all from one clean modern interface. It even has screen search, so you can navigate your desktop just only with the keyboard. Perfect if you hate reaching for the mouse every 5 seconds. You can also customize it with plugins, tweak your search with tags, and it's built to be crazy efficient, barely touching your CPU. There's a lot of features packed into this app, and I can't cover everything in this video without making way too long. But if you want a detailed breakdown or customization guide for daily usage, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely make a dedicated video. Number 12 is Twinkle Tray. We all know adjusting brightness on an external monitor is one of the most painful things you can do on a PC. Luckily, Twinkle Tray steps in and makes all that a thing of the past. Install it and then this app sits quietly in your system tray. But when you click on it, boom, instant brightness sliders for every monitor you have connected. No digging through settings or back of a monitor buttons, just pure simple control. You can adjust brightness of your monitors individually or all at once. You can also schedule brightness adjustments based on the time of the day. And for the true power users, you can even control contrast, volume, and power state on DDC-CI monitors, which modern Flyout app cannot support. But this supports all type of monitors. You want hotkeys? Yeah. You can set keyboard shortcuts to tweak brightness on the fly without even opening anything. And the best part is that it's completely free and open source. Number 13 is Fluent Flyouts. Fluent Flyouts replaces your standard boring flyouts with beautiful modern Fluent styled ones that actually match Windows 11's design vibe. Here's what you'll get after installing Fluent Flyouts. A modern calendar flyout that even shows seconds. A fluent recreation of the classic Windows 7 clock flyout with a complete analog clock and calendar view. And the super clean brightness flyout that feels like it belongs to 2025. It may not work properly for all monitors. You can use Twinkle Tray, which I showed in the last section. It's lightweight, starts up automatically with your system, and barely uses any resources, so you won't even notice it running. Except every time you smile at how much cleaner everything looks. It's fully open source, and they've already tested that a battery flyout is coming soon. Honestly, if you're serious about polishing every part of your Windows 11 experience, Fluent Flyout is an absolute no-brainer. Number 14 is Files. File Explorer in Windows 11 helps you get the files you need quickly and easily. That's what Microsoft says in theory. In reality, it's more like File Explorer in Windows 11 helps you eventually find the files you're looking for. If you remember which folder it's buried and don't need tabs, previews, or modern features. Enter Files, the file manager Windows should have shipped with. It's modern, beautiful, and somehow feels like it was actually designed for this decade. Every single pixel is done with Fluent Design, which feels amazing. First off, it got a dual pane, so you can manage two folders side by side, have a screen for each. Easily enable it in settings by clicking here, and then when you open the second tab, it gets in dual pane. Second, you can tag files and folders, so click on them and then edit tags. It has 4 default tags and you can add more. My favorite feature though is the status center. Whenever you add a new task, it shows up here instead of opening a separate window, which is super clean and convenient. Also, if you click here, you can see a short detail of a file, or click on here to see full preview, which is awesome. And there's more. Command palette, custom key bindings, and other file types based on what you do. You can use Quick Look or Sear Pro for fast previews by just hitting this spacebar. It's fully open source and it's completely free. Honestly, once you use files, you're not going back to the default file explorer. Number 15 is FluentCast. If you're into podcast, FluentCast is the modern app your Windows setup needs. The Fluent Design UI makes it feel like a natural extension of the operating system. You can explore and follow top iTunes podcasts right from the app, with full search integration that pulls directly from the iTunes library. New episodes are handled automatically. FluentCast downloads them in the background and even notifies you when they drop. It tracks playback history so you never lose your place and supports chapter within download episodes for quick navigation. Picture-in-picture mode works beautifully for video podcasts, letting you keep listening or watching while you're doing other tasks. It also plays nicely with Windows Timeline, so you can resume playback from where you left off even after a reboot. The app supports OPML import and export, making it easy to bring your current subscription or back them up for later. It's completely ad-free, so if you're serious about podcast and want an elegant, fast, and feature-rich client that feels like it belongs in Windows 11, FluentCast is the one to beat. And finally, number 16 is Fluent Terminal. Lastly, for our developers out there, we've got Fluent Terminal. Fluent Terminal changes everything with a sleek interface built using UWP and web technologies. It looks right at home in Windows 11 and brings a ton of functionality without the bloat. It supports PowerShell, CMD, and WSL tabs. Also, SSH and Mosh connections are built in, making remote sessions feel seamless. If you're into VPS, self-hosting, or use remote connections for educational purposes, I made a video covering some of the best cheap yet powerful VPS providers out there, so feel free to check it out. Tabs and multi-window support lets you run multiple terminals at once without cluttering your desktop. Customization is fully baked in, including complete theming options. You can import and export themes or even bring iTerm themes if you're coming from macOS. The app supports editable key bindings, as you can see, and search function to quickly find what you're inside your terminal history. Shell profiles can be configured so you can switch between environments instantly. Fluent Terminal is lightweight, modern, and fast. The only issue I had with it was that I couldn't open it as administrator. But here's a quick fix. Just go to Settings, search for Developer Settings, and enable the sudo option. Now you can run admin commands using sudo, just like on Linux. And if you're using WSL or SSH, no worries. Switching to sudo works perfectly there too. And that's it for today's video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome tools and tech tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.